Okay. We're playing some real ballet with the light right now. You gotta get it just so. You gotta be just in the place to get it on your face. It's happening. The light ballet is happening. You can see the light ballet. Yeah, we got some heady rainbows. Sure we do. You kind of have to lean back into the rainbows, I suppose. Or how do I make you more apt to catch the rainbow glow? It's given it at a steady pace. I've tried to find perfect placement. It's a fun game, but we can just do this to distract you in the meantime. Oh, yes, indeed, it's the circus. Welcome all. Welcome all. Maybe I don't want the fan. I mean, it's nice. Is it okay? Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's like very choking. Maybe it's like a low din. Look at these little bangles, sparkles, spangles, star-spangled little crescent tidbits of magic. Yes, there's a method to my madness, isn't there always? Isn't there always? Yeah, so just been trying to play with these rainbows. They look even a little more interesting on the floor than they do on me, but I think you get the idea. I think you're feeling the Tinkerbell mojo swelling in your soul. We're on a roll. It happens to be Random Acts of Light Day, and I thought, wow, that suits me quite well. Oh, there's where you lean into it. Come on, get it going. There's where the action happens. Now we are emanating. Now we are celebrating the rainbows that come from the random windows just when you feel like all hope is gone. So yeah, I busted out a fancy outfit for Random Acts of Light Day because it seemed like, well, geez, that's a holiday I need to be involved in. Why don't you just come a little closer? We're doing it smoothly. Why don't you just come a little bit closer? Okay. I'll keep the rainbow rhythm spinning. Never you worry. There was a quote. You know, I love my national day of. You should just go to their website and read all their days, or just let me bring them to you spontaneously. This thing definitely holds light. You can see it. It's just capturing flecks of it, moment by moment. It's a light battery. Stores the light to be used at a later date. Sometimes you need that. Ooh, if you can see it on the paper, are we going to get that? Oh, yeah, that's where it's fun. You need like a rave white, like pure white, black light outfit. But this conveys the rays. And I have like 6 different kinds of gold stuff on my face. Yeah, that's right. Going all the way, YouTube. Makeup and everything. Glitterati. Blang, blang. Oh, blang, blang. I should do both, actually. Blang, blang. Excellent quote. There are 2 ways of spreading light. To be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. That's Edith Wharton. And now I have to do homework to figure out who she is because I can honestly say I'm not sure, but I will research. I'll get back to you. It suggested a simple visit, getting someone's favorite coffee, a walk, or a fresh bouquet of flowers brings the light effortlessly into any room. Surprise someone you love by bringing a sparkle to their day. What a wondrous day. So, of course, I brought a few things that, naturally that calls forth the light. Naturally the light is coming to play. Thought I was done, huh? Clearly, this thing holds the light. this thing needs a dust, but it also holds the light. That just, yeah, you can just, nice hit of light. This thing waves the light around the room, cools me down lest I swoon right here in front of you. And yesterday, would you believe it, I missed National Loving, but today's never too late for yesterday. Yesterday can be today, today can be yesterday, today can be any new thing you want it to be. I have this bad Mamba Jamba right here too, bringing you some light. But this is a actual rose. I've shown it before, but I'll put it in your virtual nose again. Covered in glass and gold, and given to me by a lovely lady friend who now has 2 lovely children that are just like postcard children. Just children from a Christmas postcard. I'm trying to dust it a little to let you really get in on its light. But yeah, she's a beaut. She's a real rose. Lacquered. There's a poem right there. Holy crappers. Holy crackers. Animal crackers in my soup. Loop-de-loop, that's a new poem. Right there. You heard it. This one works better because it has the curtain rod. Sha, 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 ha, sha, ha, sha, sha, sha. Yes, I do a bit of dancing. Gypsying. I do a bit of gypsying on the side sometimes. Have my ways. I have my ways. So yeah, Red Rose and Loving Day. That's a fantastic Shakespeare-approved combo. So, you know, I went digging through myself and my boxes and my shelves as I do for something to bring to you. If only it was day 162, that would rhyme, wouldn't it? But it's 163. Whee! And what a cool theme. Just had to hop on that. I was like, well, I'm not sure, so let me check my national celebrations out. Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm supposed to be like, oh, yeah. Don't you quit on me. Don't you quit on me, Sparkle Magic. Don't you quit on me. Something like, just very proper in the chair. Very square and proper in the chair. Very regal, if you will, and I will, and we shall. I went digging and I found several poems about the same person, same time frame. Well, a couple people are thrown in there. The whole experience is thrown in there. All 45 people involved. A production of Arabian Nights, which all I can say is would not happen today. Because, you know, you can't. Anyway, we did Arabian Nights, and this is a town where you couldn't really find a dozen Arabian actors. And so anywho, now we would have probably been scolded. But it is like this timeless story. And see, that's the thing I have frustration with. Like, why can't that just be a universal story? And yes, we tried to make it take place where it was and be the characters they were and recreate it, use your imagination. But, you know, that's just such a broad, sweeping story. Oh, really? Honestly, though? Buddy. This is the nose of my dog begging to be with me. Okay, he absolutely will not take. Okay, well that's fine. He needs the light. Gizmo needs the light right now. We're good with that. He's willing to be warm and get these. See, but I have to wonder if I can poke my crystal with my fan. Oh yeah, I'm talented. Oh yeah, it's like it's a skill. It's a skill. Woo! And you're falling off this chair. It's okay, I got light for you. Buddy. There we go. We'll make room for this joyous being. You wanted some of my light. Can't fight that. But who? What shall I say? Big crush. Someone young. Very young. But old enough. And whatever. Think what you will. People don't believe in layers of lush and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Dibs, my thing, I made this up. If some, like, at Jade Crystal's TikToker tries to tell you that she came up with Lush, she did not. 'Twas me. But you know, a little bit of love, a little bit of crush, a little bit of lust, a little bit of must. Lush. And there's layers of that don't have to be full bore or full blown. If you're with me, then you're with me. But yeah, people don't really allow for that. Like, you can have a PG-13 90s movies crush. Like, that's still, we still live in a world where that can happen, but people want it to be everything or nothing, or all certain different kinds of ways. And you hang out with this kind of person, and you stick to this kind of person, and whatnot. And I don't even get down with that. It's not how I see souls. Sorry to say. I'm having to, like, shift to get any rainbow surprise. We're losing it. Isn't it funny? I just want it so badly to be exactly as it was 25 minutes ago, but that's not something we can have. Ooh, that was a nice fan sound, though. What if I get, yeah, whack it with that, whack it with that, whack it with that, maybe? Ooh. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. So I decided to split this up into 2 parts. Anyway, I got a lot of inspiration from this person. He's one of, I don't know, a dozen or so people I've been pretty convinced that my soul ran into at some other point in some other placement on the timeline, and we connected there, and it just kind of carried over. I've been convinced of that more than a few times. So it was one of those, and this was kind of reminiscing. So this is starting at the ending, where it was like, I had already seen him the last time I was going to see him. We almost shared a kiss in New York City. Isn't that a good start to a story? In this, like, filming, huge building used for different filmings. They were filming, like, MTV things, and I dream about this place all the time. It was a dream. I mean, it was just sections of this massive, many-story building split up into fantasy areas, coffee shops, office buildings, suburban houses, raves. Like, it was all manner of things in New York City, and we looked at the stars, and just one of those, you know, always gonna be a whisper away, but way far away kind of beings. So there you go. And he was skydiving regularly at the time in New York City, and I was like, as you do, right? And making cool films and doing cool things. And anyway, just pulled inspiration from my brain. So that happened. And there it is. Those people stick with you. They stick to your ribs. But it was also a time where a friend who is, found herself going down a very unrecommended path. There we go. A dark and unrecommended path, kind of like Little Red. My friend Little Red reminded you not to go down the other day. This friend took that path. But we used to have kind of like a holy, we called it church, but it was like a holy practice every week. We were in 4 or 5 plays together in a row. And that's closeness. When you're being yourselves and being other people and being creatures in Wonderland together endlessly, like, you get close in a real different kind of way. And we were. And we made a spiritual holy practice out of not only listening to records, but listening to them multiple times. Her boyfriend, who was from Missouri and not my fave, a little scary, pretty much on the scary side. Very intimidating. He had the best record collection of all time. I mean, holy grail. Worked at a record store. Holy grail. And it wasn't about just listening to it, but listening to it again and finding the ends and the beginnings and what it means and writing down lyrics and just tripping out and getting high, of course. Quite high. And going to church with T-Rex. T-Rex was our main, like, holy... And so this man cub, who was a specialist of light, liked to control the light, yeah, we got him hooked. And I believe that the members of T-Rex later Tyrannosaurus Rex could levitate. Like, that's just my personal belief. After studying the seams, the finite seams of this record, tirelessly, time and time again, I can say that I think they had levitation abilities. So, just a theory, just a thought. Look at this guy, wants my light so much, he's taking up the whole chair, but it's okay, he can have it. Sorry, we're doing a costume adjustment. Classy. So found this, could hardly read it, and I was gonna like translate. I mean, look at that. And it's on, I was back in LA at the time, County of Los Angeles Public Health Notice of Privacy Practices. Okay, sure. And it's in a gold pen, which I felt compelled to. Oh, I need this. I wonder, watch this. This is gonna be theatrical genius if I can pull this off at this angle with this dog in the chair. Oh my god, I got it. I just really wanted this ear cuff on me right now, because are you kidding me? Like, it has to be on me. It matches perfectly. And this gold tree, and that's too weird. Like, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye and it was just there. And the man, the almost man person, the guy, the dude, he made me a silver tree out of wires when I played the moon in play. And that was a special tree. I still have it. It's on a magnet. But yeah, a gold tree. We're just finding objects of light and handing them to you to feel. And using our fairy wings to control the ambiance. To control the ambiance with great grace and total natural. You didn't even notice. But yeah, so could barely get my brain around that. And we're going to do some quotations. We're going to split this up into 2 days. So the other half of it, all same 2 subjects. Being in these plays, this lush, previous soul experience emotions, and the Church of T-Rex. So there you go. And enough was written in that chunk that I got to split it up. But I was going to translate myself, and then I just thought, no. It's more interesting if I try to read it as it is and see what happens. Because it's real crazy hard to read. Heavy LA days, and they can change the fine print on a whim. Affection, oh, the shows to begin. This sand kiss my fingers, the pursuit of a beautiful pregnant belly. Let's find where the air's good, guzzle water together. I'm sure I've got shields for everything. If need be, a pot of keys. Now I just have to show you this part. Sorry to interrupt the flow, but you just have to look at that. I think it's a pot of keys, but can you even, with my alien brain, what's going on there? I think this was just like a Tuesday in my car with this gold pen too. Like, I don't think I was doing anything experimental. I don't think so. Come on! What if I just like knocked it off of its perch and it hit me in the head? I was like, there's the light for you. Okay, sorry, stalling. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. Guzzle water together. That's romantic. I'm sure I've got shields for everything. If need be, a pot of keys. A full glass bowl of Cocoa Puffs. New matching sets of silverware that clean, sweet ding on the rim, on a brink of swept up piles of our forefathers. Whose DNA is these? Who's got all the trees? What a paper. What a trail of paper. What a heavy time. The bloom. What a heavy time. The bloom of lovers and bugs and fleas. No thank you, please. No more of these. Just want him to kiss and rub my knees and cheek cherries. That's a good end. Just want him to kiss and rub my knees and cheek cherries. Just probably stuck on the 101, to be honest. I think that's what this is. Stuck on the 101 again. Got a gold pen. Go to town on some crazy poetry. But it's weird because I just brought up my LA mentor, idol, whatever you want to call him. I did my Velvet Trail poem the other day, and fleas came up many times. The circus fleas being the rarest breed. And anyway, just interesting that I dug this out of some oblivion today and was like, it's an alien language, but I think it's quite good. I think it may be quite good. Okay, there's more. There's more. There's more. So now we're going to the middle. We started at the end, going to the middle. Tomorrow we'll do the beginning. You good? You good, little mister? This guy's like burrowing. Burrowing in my light. It's cool. It's cool. Okay. Okay. What a little pooch. You like being hilarious. I don't know. This is like a different sort of... I think he really likes being in the videos, to be honest. He's like, oh, you doing one of those videos? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, more show and tell. I showed you this the other day, but hey, it's the light one. Ooh, we have to like get those two kind of interacting together. Can we have that? Is that possible? Go to town, go to town, go to town. I wonder if we're in a different location. Maybe? Maybe we just got what we got out of it. Sure. What if this worked? I don't even know if it would. No, not even. It's okay. We're just playing with light. We're playing with light. Light's playing with us. We're not going to bust it up. We're going to keep on going. You got your rainbow magic. Now you see your selenite magic. See how it just captures light expertly? Yes, it do. Yes, it do. Love this thing. Very sacred treasure. And this little friend rather brings it. Ooh, yeah, it's a disco party for one Christo, one special Christo, yeah. That was a fun side scene. I enjoyed that. Intermission. Whew, not that one. This one has no title. We'll find a title in here somewhere. Faintest, oh, and it's all written in gold or copper, just so you know. Made sense for today being a light holiday and all. And summer solstice. Hello, it's the summer solstice. So obviously we had to get that in there. Okay, we got a tangle problem. Don't worry, you gotta just, sometimes you just gotta get the jingle jangle magic. That was not a Riverdale reference, I promise, but it was like, it was psychologically in there inherently somewhere. It was. Jangle jangle. Snorting that jangle jangle. If you know, then you know. I'm only in it for Lily Reinhardt. You've got to believe me. Faintest inklings of an answer to my light booth angel mystery. Getting closer, far still from the end of this virgin-bound, newly broken-in book. The smell of these pages, lung-filling. A story I know within pasts uncharted. Flowing through me these verses for you, words sparse that come so seamlessly. It's a channel freshly uncovered of these constantly cloned questions, this thick, bony, fingered fairy tale forest. I know that within you lies a force which infuses the potency of my magic with the greatest infinite it has dabbled in. In this truth, there is limitless potential to own. An ocean of choices that grow and grow. Just press play. Deep within the rich red earth of a forgotten time and place, this thick bulging vein of a root system containing our chain linkage, our connect the dot child's game. our connect the dot child's game, the time capsule we buried together, senses heightened since the moment I wondered. Notice me, notice me, notice me, notice me, my human brain cried out. I see now our recipe, our perfect balance. You, the golden pan, bright-eyed, evolving man, given as your tools, a fresh new sponge of a soul, and an ancient heart, so full of blood and spilling wise love, a natural wellspring of soothing properties. And I, the earthbound fairy nymph, blue-green messenger, constructed of an ancient storyteller's soul and a newborn believer's heart, observed by rare angel eyes, fearlessly running with love scissors. A scale, a balance, a strong base. Aristophanes said that lovers cannot explain their love. Zeus cut men in two, so each is seeking its other half. Some say this is a fantasy of fusion. Like these pictures. Some say this is a fantasy of fusion. I am a slave to my senses, a romantic, religiously fantasizing. The veracity of urge, the semblance of our animal parts surging. To light a book of matches all at once, that's the thrill I like. Ancient Babylonian philosophy warned, never give your writing or likeness, photo to anyone. They will put a spell on you. I certainly hope you do. Boldly forge renewed sight in my mind's eye. Banish any doubt. Your limelight radiates all around. Far-reaching fire. If it was our movie, I would be either your captor or savior, found in a whimsical moment of believing in you. Your great question or your heroine, captor or savior, your great question or your heroine, the venom or the antidote. We'd be racing down a highway with no white line, you passenger seat guiding the way to the portal that fits my key, found deep in the sand on a full moon beach. Only we can read it. Only we can read it. Only we can read it. This car never has an empty tank. They'll never catch us. In my heart's version of our cycles, renewal, infinity symbol. We were without doubt the best of friends, perhaps the best of lovers. Two wide-eyed children elated in the constant discovery of a never-ending beach. So, preach to that story. There's a lot in that. A lot of things I was feeling. Sometimes I have this like hysterical feeling like I've read this one to them, but then I'm like, am I just having a sense memory of when I wrote it? Or I don't even feel like I've looked at this in a long time. Have I? Would I? Who'd I? What I? But I figure there's at least one piece of definitely new content in here, but I believe it all is. I don't know sometimes. Spoiler alert, forewarning, this is not my writing, but it felt like it needed to be read today. These things I'm bringing you, I just felt that I needed to bring you. So I'm having the like lining of this keeps, I'm trying to be a super shiny, like, well put together. Pay no mind to the woman behind the curtain. There's certainly only perfectly polished magic things happening here. What is it you seek? Bells and whistles, bells and whistles. Come on, come back to me, rainbows. Come back to me, just give me a little sparkle. I want your shine. I think they're leaving me. It's okay, it's okay. We got our time. So, this is not me. Gosh, I wish I wrote this. But I did a poem recently by the lake with this skirt on, wearing this skirt. One of my mentor theater fellow Stardust recipients from out there. I did my poem based on his words and him speaking to me and encouraging me. And gosh, oh my gosh. I can't even think of what I called it. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Finding your truth and what to do with it. It's something like that. I'm in Orange. I'm by Lake. Anyway, he got me hooked on Lorca. I did a play with him by Lorca, and it's called Blood Wedding, and I was the moon, and it altered my soul experience quite substantially. And I just devoured Lorca at the time, which also ties into a movie I was watching incessantly at the time, not knowing that they were connected before I watched it, and then watching it maybe 100 times. And I think we get to that part tomorrow. But we'll just keep forging on, and it'll have to be like tidbits, gingerbreads to keep you biting. So this is Lorca. But it was in thinking of this lad, this fellow, that I wrote this in beautiful handwriting, which, as you saw before, my regular handwriting is not so beautiful. But took time to do windy, crazy writing of this because it spoke to me not only in terms of him, but just in terms of everything. How often does writing do that, really? Speak to you in terms of everything. Gotta jiggle the ear magic, you know. It's part of the show. And it's written in gold and silver and black. 2 laws. The Onironauts, the explorers of the dream world. Sketch of the moon. The law of the past encountered in my present night. Splendor of adolescence that opposes snowfall. Oof. My 2 children of secrecy. Cannot you place dark-haired moon girls of air with exposed hearts? But my love seeks the garden where your spirit does not die. Sketch of the sun. Law of hip and breast under the outstretched branch. Ancient and newly born power of spring. Now be my nakedness wants to be the dahlia of your fate. The murmur or whine of your madness and number. But my love looks for the pure madness of breeze and warbling. Lorca. And then I tied that into Waking Life, which is a movie I've told you all to see 6,000 times and tell everyone I meet, really, to just watch it. And first time I watched it, I've said this before, but I watched it and then proceeded to watch it 4 more times. My parents came in the living room like, are you okay? I'm watching the same movie and it's 5 a.m. It's just me, Mom and Dad. But I had to write down so many things, and this is from that. Also about Lorca. On this bridge, Lorca warned, life is not a dream. Beware, and beware, and beware. And so many think because then happened now isn't. But didn't I mention the ongoing wow is happening right now? We are all co-authors of this dancing exuberance where even our inabilities are having a roast. We are the authors of ourselves, co-authoring a giant Dostoevsky play starring clowns. Dostoevsky play starring clowns. This entire thing we're involved with, called the world, is an opportunity to exhibit how exciting alienation can be. Life is a mixture of miracle that is created over time by moments flabbergasted to be in each other's presence. Eyesight is here as a test to see if we can see beyond it. Matter is here as a test for our curiosity. Doubt is here as our exam for vitality. Thomas Mann writes that he would rather participate in life than write 100 stories. An assumption develops that you cannot understand life and live life simultaneously. I do not agree entirely, which is to say I do not exactly disagree. But the paradox is bug me. And I can understand to love and make love to the paradoxes that bug me. And on really romantic evenings of self, I go salsa dancing with my confusion. Before you drift off, don't forget, which is to say, remember. Because remembering is so much more a psychotic activity than forgetting. Lorca, in the same poem, said that the iguana will bite those who do not dream. And as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness. I love that so much. I could just eat it up all day. That is self-awareness. You feel like you're observing your life from the perspective of an old woman about to die. The worst mistake you can make is to think you're alive when really you're asleep in life's waiting room. The trick is to combine your waking, rational abilities with the infinite possibilities of your dreams. Given the right circumstances, a new world was just as likely as an old one. 360 vision, waking life. Done in rainbow. So, get on that movie. Maybe I should do one of those things where I just film myself talking about the movie the whole time. I guess people seem to like those. Try different shit. I don't know. I could talk about movies all day long. Yeah, and then this one. Also not my words, but hey, I gave you a bunch of my words. This was from the Church of T-Rex. And it's my thoughts mixed with lyrics of theirs. Always dressed like a conjurer, and with one fell swoop. No, found it all in one fell swoop, curling Arabian claws in the moonlight. Lie, 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 Deborah, our holy song. Cha-cha-cha, you look like a stallion. Your sunken face is like a galleon. All the mysteries of the Spanish Main. Oh, Deborah. Bugs on my nose again. It's nice to see your young face hiding 'neath the stallion that I'm riding. Sitting all alone, looking at the throne of the one that I used to love. Laguna Goo, peacock hands, you take me to where she sat, the river of her stomach's sky. Boy, they could levitate, I'm telling you. They could levitate. They could levitate. So yeah, then we'll just do the other half tomorrow, I guess. The beginning. We did the end and the middle. Yeah. So we'll just also do that other stuff. I made all kinds of little drawings, and there's actually like hidden poems within the poem too, like on dream purpose. Hold me on dream purpose. I don't know. Yeah, the other one tomorrow, if you tune in, will have the same kind of mess with your mind. You think it says this, but it actually says 10 other things at the same time. Messing with your mind. Messing with your mind. Okay. So I don't know. I was gonna maybe do an experiment to see if I could like, you know, exit on rainbows in a somewhat smooth fashion, perhaps, perchance. Perhaps. Dee da dee da dee da. Da dee da dee da dee dum. Babi ska dee ba dee dum. Ba da ba dee ba dum. You won't admit you love me, and so how am I ever going to know if you always tell me? Perhaps, 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 perhaps. What's the haps? That's always my favorite way to greet people. Oh, see? Yeah, if you get it like right on the light. Blimey! Blimey! Yeah, oh. It's like I have it and then I don't. Oh, that's fun. That's quite meditative, actually. That's light. That's light. Oh, Deborah. I guess I'm just having one of those where I want to keep hanging out with you, doing weird stuff, making rainbows dance on stuff. But I'm glad we shined what light we could shine today. And if you haven't yet, there's still time. Just like pick a single flower and be like, hey flower, you're looking beautiful today. You're doing a lot for the mojo of the earth. Good job. And see, you're done. You done did it. Now we're really, see, right when I'm about to sign off, we're rocking the rainbows again. Rocking the rainbows again. We're rocking the rainbows, my friends. So hopefully you liked that strange deep dive, because that's what I do. It's my speciality. So yeah, find just 1 ounce of extra light. Anybody can do that. Anybody can totally pull it off, because the world needs it. Quite in a drought. We're rather in a drought, and I would say at a pretty severe need, severe intensity. We gotta harvest some light and some belief that we can turn it around, and some yes to us, some yes to Earth, some sense. We gotta harvest some sense. But I think that putting out as much light as you can muster is a really good place to start. So we'll finish at the start. Start with that. More to come from the sun and the moon and everything in between. Whee!